looking crusty and musty.
I was like not expecting you to turn the camera
at the Houston airport.
Hello friends, and welcome to the holiday vlog. I am here in Houston, Texas with my family for a little family reunion. So I thought this would be really fun to show you everything I eat. Should be a really lovely smattering of some Houston establishments for the holidays, and I'll of course sprinkle in some vlog footage of everything we're doing in between. It is Wednesday night, we just arrived, and we're about to go ahead to meet the rest of my family for dinner. I haven't seen most of them in a really long time, so very, very excited.
Prior to this trip, I didn't realize how robust of an Asian population Houston had. We had so much good Asian food. Starting our first night with Mala Sichuan Bistro, it was amazing, and you can see that my family obviously catered a lot of our meals because we're such a big party. It's a lot easier to do this than to bring all 20 of us into a restaurant.
We're going to the gym to exercise
I can see you in the mirror.
We're going to the gym before spending the rest of the day hanging out and eating. So, work-life balance, right?
We are all full glammed in our holiday neutrals.
Okay, I'm like soft glam.
Okay. Our cousin organized a family photo shoot because our grandma's getting quite old. She thought it'd be nice for us to have some professional quality photos of the whole family, which is really, really nice of her. We're dressed in a uniform color palette. We're gonna go have some mandu dako, I think, and take some photos.
If you've never had tteokmandukkuk, it is an amazing Korean soup that's often eaten for New Year's actually. It's a beef broth that's boiled for hours, and then it has some dumplings, rice cakes, and we garnish with some egg or scallion, some little seaweed strips. It is the homiest meal and always reminds me of family, and it was perfect for this cold Houston day. For dinner tonight, my cousin ordered a proper Houston Tex-Mex feast from Lupe Tortilla.
Mom's favorite.
It truly had all the works. We can make our own little tacos with poblano peppers or beef or chicken. Of course, plenty of queso and guac. And something about Tex-Mex with all of the delicious sauces and greasiness honestly just hits the spot, and is a type of Mexican food that I have not really seen in LA. So it's always such a treat to get it when I can. And of course, we had to finish off the meal with some cookies.
A cold front has hit Texas. I swear it's like 20 degrees out right now. But head to the gym before we start our day. Oh my gosh, that scared me so much. What the hell?
I really wanted to try whataburger while I was in Texas this time. I've heard so much about it from my cousins who grew up here. It's a Texas fast food chain that, as far as I know, doesn't exist in California at all, but it's known specifically for their honey butter chicken biscuit. It was so good and such a satisfying way to start the day.
Now we're just back at the hotel and cleaned up a little bit from our workout, and we're going to a Korean spa or jjimjilbang today, which should be so fun. I obviously don't think I can film that much because everyone just runs around naked. If you've never been to a Korean spa, you are prancing around in the pools naked until you go to the sauna area where people are co-ed and clothed.
have a massive family meal for my grandma's 90th birthday at Fung's Kitchen.
I personally find these very expansive Chinese banquet hall style restaurants to be extremely nostalgic because my family growing up would often do family reunion dinners at places like this, so it's very appropriate for my grandma's 90th birthday celebration to come to another place like this. We ordered so much food just for my table with the cousins alone. We got Peking duck, mushu pork, pea sprouts, and sauteed mixed vegetables, a sweet crab corn soup, scallion lobster, walnut shrimp, a shrimp stuffed eggplant, which was fire here, by the way, a crispy fish, beef chow fun. Overall, I think we had something like 13 dishes total come out, and we kind of crushed it. And after we took the celebration back to my cousin's house to sing happy birthday for my grandma.
We just ate so much and we're not having cookies. They're so yummy. This has special chocolate that makes it just so freaking good.
It's like super dark.
Merry Christmas Eve, friends! We're starting off today with a very elaborate southern brunch catered from Breakfast Club. This brunch had truly all the delicacies that I love but never really make for myself or find in LA. But we had chicken and waffles, catfish and grits, so many different hot sauces, biscuits, honey. Everything was so decadent and amazing. Oh my gosh. Top 3 items though definitely were the fried chicken with a little bit of honey mixed with hot sauce, and I never really had a proper southern fried catfish with grits, and that was bomb as well. To get into the festive spirit, we obviously had to decorate some cookies as well, and I have to say, I think my cousin's daughter's little gingerbread house was better than the cookies we made. I realize this is probably a little less of a conventional Christmas Eve dinner, but my family took us to Tofu Village, which they said was probably one of the best sundubu places in Houston. And I have to agree, everything we had was so delicious. They had a cute little Blackpink poster. They always refilled the panchan or little side dishes. I had never gotten scallop sundubu, so I got that here and it was really yummy. I will say the scallops were obviously previously dried, so they weren't super fresh and juicy, but they did provide a lot of yummy flavor to the soup. And not only was the sundubu delicious, but their other dishes were amazing, like their jajangmyeon, which is a black bean noodle dish. And I have to say the naengmyeon, which is a cold buckwheat noodle soup, was probably one of my favorites that I've ever had. And I've eaten a lot of naengmyeon. I love when Korean restaurants give you Yakult or this little yogurt drink as a dessert. And then of course, after you have dinner, you always have your boba stomach ready. So we went to xing tang tea, I think it's called. I was so impressed that you can literally see them making their boba fresh, and you could truly tell the texture of the pearls was impeccable. I got the brown sugar boba and it was cooked to perfection. I know this is a chain and I've gone to a location closer in Southern California, and honestly it's kind of becoming one of my favorite boba chains.
The boba is really good.
I think I like the chocolate one.
Chunky? Because of the boba? No. Merry Christmas vlog. We're about to go to church. My mom just gave us some little gifts. We all got pajamas. Mine has Snoopy on it. Micah's has Harry Potter, which is in line with our childhood obsessions. Of course, a little Laneige lip mask. And then I'm gonna give my family the gifts that I brought. Okay. Danielle. Here you go.
Okay, I only have one eyebrow.
It is exactly what you asked for.
Oh my god! Wow! It's exactly what I asked for!
Yeah.
I love yoga pants.
Yay!
Oh yeah, now it can work out.
I got Micah this fancy gift because she's a student that's thriving,
Oh,
doing good things for the world,
Fancy.
hopefully.
so fancy. Wow, perfume! That is not
Pretty.
Oh.
So pretty. Wow. Smell it, smell it. Can I smell?
I think it just was really strong.
Oh, it was really strong. Smell again, let me smell again.
It actually smells really good now that I've like
Oh,
diffused
well, it smells like an entirely different perfume now that it's like worn off.
diffused. Yeah, it actually
That's
smells really
crazy.
good.
Nice.
What does it smell like?
This is for you and Dad. It's very small.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
Honey.
What is it?
They're little coasters.
Oh!
Wait, show the other side. Oh, oh.
There are so many different photos and shots.
It's just two.
Wait, can I see?
I hope you like it.
Yes.
dishes.
As all of the cousins are growing up, rather than just having all the parents cook Christmas dinner for us, we were each assigned a dish to make, and I took over the mashed potatoes. My cousin had previously roasted some garlic, so I could squish all of the really juicy, tender garlic into the potatoes, which made them amazing. My cousin also prepped these super rich chocolate cookies that we could not stop eating this whole week, so we made some of those in advance for dessert. These are the best cookies in the world, perhaps. I guess we should probably share. Unfortunately. Oh no. A precious morsel. Oh, melty, so chocolatey, crunchy on the outside, chewy on the inside. And I feel like so many Asian Americans say this, but it's really fun to have a mix of the Western and Eastern dishes at dinner. We have, of course, our mashed potatoes, Brussels sprouts, turkey, mac and cheese, but also one of my aunts had made a spicy Korean seafood salad, and my other aunt made galbijim, which is kind of like Korean pot roast, I guess. Truly, having the blend of cultures and flavors all on one plate in one evening is such a treat. Oh, this is very Danielle. Oh, haha. Oh wait, those are so nice.
Mystery. Another mystery. I'm not telling you.
It's our last day now in Houston. Micah flies out today. We fly out tomorrow. We just worked out. We're about to go have some lunch at my cousin's house. Oh my gosh, you can see two of me. That's so funny. We were supposed to get barbecue. Barbecue places are like closed. It's Boxing Day, you know. But we're getting a smattering of Houston delights.
Says, I love you. La La Land. Regular. This is French toast latte, I think. Oh, looks good. I know. Has the right amount of sweet. Yeah, good sweet, good like cinnamon-y. I don't know.
Tacos from Tacos A Go-Go. In case you want to try, their special today is birria, chips, queso, guac, and then kolache shop. There is jalapeno, cheddar, and sausage, and then there's just sausage and cheese.
Breakfast round 2. This is a kolache. Oh, yours. Cheese and a sausage. This feels very rich. Really good. It tastes like a fancy pig in a blanket.
Yeah.
For our final dinner in Houston, we took the whole family out to Happy Lamb Hot Pot. This is only the second big hot pot chain I've ever been to besides Haidilao, and it's a little different in that it's very self-serve, and then you order some meats on the side. I have to say, it can be a little overwhelming getting to choose everything, and it's easy to be overly ambitious and load up on everything at the all-you-can-eat bar and then not be able to save room for the meat that you actually paid for. I'm not gonna lie, for hot pot, I actually tend to prefer seafood and tofu to red meats, but of course, all of it was delicious, and it's a really fun social way to have dinner as a family because it's kind of like an activity, like going to Korean barbecue. And no matter anyone's taste or preference, there's always going to be something everyone likes. As this is our final meal, I just want to say thank you so much for coming along with me these holidays. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything my family and I ate over the past week in Houston and got some inspiration if you're ever in Houston to come check out some of these spots. I hope you and your loved ones are having a happy start to 2023, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.